So I'm just here today to do a video on how to grow your relaxed hair past shoulder length. I feel like shoulder length is a really hard thing to get past, and once you do get past it, your hair just seems to start growing more and more and more. Shoulder length is a little bit hard to attain, especially for I believe girls with drier hair, just because our hair tends to start breaking off when it gets to our shoulders. And yeah, so a little bit of history and slash background, I guess, on my hair. I've been relaxed since I was like, I've been getting continuous relaxers since I was like in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, and I'm 19, well, I'm almost 19, so that was like 5-6 years ago. So for 5-6 years, I don't remember exactly, I've been getting relaxers continuously, and my hair has always basically stopped at shoulder length, but now it's starting to grow past shoulder length, so I'm really excited about that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. Hey guys, so the first tip is to trim your ends. Start by trimming your ends when you're trying to grow your hair out, just because when you trim your ends, your split ends obviously go away, and when your hair is split, it splits like this, like all different ways, but that split just travels up the hair shaft, so it just ends up breaking off your hair and causing more damage to your hair. So once you cut those split ends off I said split off ends. When you cut those split ends off, it just ensures that your hair is growing. It's gonna grow nice and straight and sleek and healthy. And once you start to take care of your hair, you won't have to get trims as often. I know the suggestion, like, to trim your ends is, I think, every month or every 2 months, something like that, and cut a ½ inch off, but I personally don't do that, and my hair has been, so yeah, so definitely start by trimming your ends, just because that will help your hair stay healthy. Number 2 is to not wear your hair down, especially in the winter time. As you can see, it's summer right now and I have a tank top on, so my hair is not gonna have any breakage because it's on my skin. But in the wintertime, we do tend to wear sweaters and scarves, and those things have harsher fabrics like cotton and stuff like that, that will just snag on your hair and end up ripping your hair out and causing friction and causing split ends, which goes back to number 1. So definitely try to wear your hair up in the wintertime, especially when you have like a sweater on or like a scarf on or a hat. You just gotta keep your hair really protected. One thing I like to do is use like a claw clip, especially in the winter time. If my hair is straightened or something, I'll just pin my hair up real quick while I'm going out, and it just helps to ensure that my hair doesn't get broken off. Number 3 is to do heatless styles such as braid outs, twist outs, bantu knots, or shiny bumps if you're Jamaican. Flexi rods, perm rods, anything like that, anything that curls your hair. Having relaxed hair, I understand that our hair is straight or chemically straightened, or it's a little bit looser than if you were natural, but that doesn't mean that you have to wear your hair straight all the time. Doing braid outs and stuff like that is really, really nice, and it helps keep your hair nice and moisturized. When your hair is straightened, you know, straightening obviously causes damage, but when you do heatless styles that are cute, it just helps to keep your hair nice and moisturized and stuff like that. Along with heatless styles, you do want to do some protective styles, so that is tip number 4, I believe. So when doing protective styles, don't do anything too tight, too stressing on the hair. I understand like weaves and stuff like that are a big thing, but what I've noticed is sometimes weaves, the stylist doesn't way too tight, like the braids underneath, so they're really tight and really small, so they do end up snagging out your hair instead of doing the good thing that they're supposed to do with your hair. So if you have a weave stylist, I would suggest that you do like bigger braids or something like that. Even with like box braids or something like that, you don't want to have really, really tight box braids, just because your hair will break off more. So have like cute protective styles and like bigger protective styles, I guess you could say, bigger braids and stuff like that. I said stuff like that like a million times, oh my gosh. But have bigger braids, bigger twists, something that is protecting your hair but isn't doing harm at the same time. Along with that, number 5 is to moisturize your hair. Moisture is a major key with any hair type, but I feel like especially with natural / relaxed girls, we need a lot of moisture in our hair, and we require a lot of moisture in our hair. So when you are relaxed, your hair the relaxer breaks down the proteins in your hair, which is why relaxed hair tends to break off a little bit more. So putting that moisture and protein back in your hair will help it a whole lot. So moisturizing and sealing every night. I don't want to say every night just because I honestly don't do it every night. I do it when I feel like my hair needs it, which is like every other night or every couple nights. But if you need it every night, you know, you just have to play around with certain things just to see what your hair takes in and what your hair likes. And yeah, but moisturizing hair definitely is a major key. As I said, with protective styling, you would like to moisturize your hair underneath the protective styling. Like, I know a lot of people just leave their hair just because in a protective style they're like, alright, it's protected, but no, you need to moisturize it before you put it in, while you have it in, and when you take it out, just to ensure that your hair doesn't break off and that hair stays nice and flourishing. Along with moisturizing, number 5 is to co-wash. Co-wash is a major key in relaxing, and it helps in relaxed and natural hair. It helps your hair so much. It benefits it so much just because you're conditioning your hair without using shampoo, and it kind of cleanses without using shampoo. I've started co-washing a lot more last summer after I saw Natural 85's video. She made a video, basically she like did water only wash every couple days or something like that. I'll link the video down below because I don't really remember every single detail, but basically she was saying how people who tend to wash their hair more, their hair is longer, which is kind of true. Like, people with straighter hair textures, they have to wash their hair more physically just because they produce more oils, and their hair always tends to be longer, and it's because they're like putting all that moisture in and they comb it out like more often. I wouldn't suggest doing it every day. I personally can't do it every day just because my hair got, when I tried to, like I was co-washing my hair maybe every other day last year for like a couple weeks, and my scalp got really dry, but my hair was benefiting from it. So I would suggest like just doing it at least once a week, and then shampooing once a week maybe. And for co-washing, I personally just use any cheap conditioner. Like, I use White Rain, VO5, anything really cheap, just because that tends to have like a looser, it's not as thick as normal conditioners, so it just like feels like a shampoo, and it just feels really nice to just go through your hair. And yeah, and I'm just looking down, I wrote down stuff, so that's what I'm looking down. Number 6 is the products you use. This is a major important thing. A lot of products have things that are actually not really good for our hair, and you don't really notice it until you realize, like, why isn't my hair growing, or why does my hair feel like this? This is supposed to be a moisturizing product. Some conditioning products I should say, have alcohol in them, and there are some alcohols that are good, like cetearyl alcohol, something like that. I don't know, those like crazy names. That's really good for you. So yeah, as I was saying, there are certain alcohols that are bad. I'll enter, if I could find the picture of there are like alcohols. I found this on Pinterest. There's like a list of good and bad alcohols, so look at them in your products to see, like, is this really like making my hair feel dry or something like that? Because some conditioning products, as I said before, will be making your hair feel dry and making you feel like you need to put more conditioner in, but those are the reasons. That product is the reason why your hair is feeling the way it is. My next tip is to oil your scalp, because using oils that are similar to the natural oils that you produce in your scalp will help your scalp flourish more, and it will just help promote hair growth, promote healthiness of the scalp, and all that stuff. Some of my personal favorite oils are coconut oil, olive oil, and castor oil. Those are like the 3 main oils that I use, but there are other ones such as jojoba oil, avocado oil, almond oil, but I just personally use those 3. And there are certain oils that do certain things for your hair. So I know castor oil, if you're looking for a little bit of thicker hair, castor oil tends to thicken the hair and grow it a little bit faster. So you can use certain oils, and I just put it in a little bottle that has a nozzle on it, and I just put it in my hair, squirt, and then I just massage your scalp. And massaging your scalp also helps promote hair growth. There are different methods to grow your hair, such as the inversion method, which you flip your hair over and then you just massage it for like 4 minutes, I believe. every night for like a week, and that could grow your hair in an inch in a week. So that's really good for growing your hair. The next tip is to have patience. Patience is a key. Like, your hair is not going to grow overnight. It takes time. It takes time to grow your hair out. So having patience will just help you understand that your hair is not going to grow overnight. So I would suggest waiting at least like a month to see if you are having results. Like that, I feel like a month for me is good enough to see if I'm starting to have results. So yeah, that's all my tips for growing your hair past shoulder length. I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.